Hey people, Intro here, 3v3 Faction War. This is SDL Province and Ordo Malleus versus Chaos Space Marines. For the blue Ordo Malleus team, Zero Cry is a Daemonhunter, a melee spellcaster of strong support and control, alongside double brother captains, the Tenso and Orconero. These guys are durable heroes that walk through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support fighting in melee. For the red Chaos fellas, two Plague Champions, this is EagleRed. And we have Leonus. These start with a damage over time bolt gun. They can get melee weapons, some strong utility and support. They can also repair, rounding off the team's dice roll with a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption fighting in melee. Some good old Black Legion here. Looks like they are rotating west immediately. So 2v1 against Zero Cry perhaps. The Tenso staying mainly mid. Zero Cry needs to call this out when they see the other troops coming in, I think. Although these fellas are all Black Legions, so they may not be easy to tell quickly. But now they can see the Chaos Lord. There we go. They're calling the two. Daemonhunter's already in. The Strike Squad able to back off. So are the Stormtroopers. And here comes the Tenso. So they're without the Daemonhunter here. But the Brother Captain can do a lot of heavy lifting for you. So can the Chaos Lord, of course. But they're getting some good damage in on the Chaos Lord as they try to reach melee. Killed a weak, only hits the Brother Captain, and they got rid of him. Both the Strat Squad still in play, all the Stormtroopers still in play, and so is that Brother Captain who hasn't really taken a scratch yet. Got some CSM under Corn Worship there. EagleRed wasn't really pushing alongside Dice Roll in that fight, actually. They wanted to keep their cover, their defensive position, which is often what you do want to do as a Plague Champion, especially early game. They have double CSM. Second guy is coming towards the front line there. These fellas going to be chased into the garrison. Brother Captain needs to choose a target. Probably, yeah, go after some CSM. You can tie them up basically forever. Decent special attack. There's We Are the Hammer, providing a speed and damage resistance buff to all this infantry here. Oh, these guys weren't close enough though. The Tenso Strike Squad mixing it up with Heretics. They will easily win that fight against the full Heretics. Those guys did take a fair amount of damage. I think they were getting shot by the CSM at some point. But the Captain with some early war gear. Blessed Aegis gives them a damage absorbing shield, which is great synergy with the Strike Squad because they can use Purification, is it called? That provides energy for an ally. That will of course power the shield. Zero Cry gets the Strike Squad a little bit too far forward, but did not drop a model, at least not yet. Here comes a Plague Champion though, with a Plague Sword. Wipes out the Stormtroopers, I think. Yes, those are Zero Cry's Stormtroopers being wiped. And we got a zombie one. Plague Sword ignores melee resistance, does power melee damage, and creates zombies on kill. It's pretty damn awesome. Also more health and melee skills, you know. You need to have 70 melee skill at least if you're in melee, I think. Really, if you're a melee unit. Light grenades also up. And he probably starts with 60. That's why it boosts it by 10. Same thing for the Tech Marines Axe. What's going on the east side? We have Aspiring Champion Heretics doing blasting and running, which is the first thing you learn in Heretic College. Plague Champion getting very low. Maybe should have been a bit further back in cover there, but I guess the Strat Squad are still going to come and try to slice your brains off. Tomes of Titan is up. Raptors on the field for Dice Roll. And Havocs, who are running. It's like a 1-1-1 Chaos build. Raptors looking for a target. They can suppress all this stuff. Double Purgation for Zero Cry. They've not replaced the Stormtroopers here. There's the jump. Already a Purgation model falls. Two of them fall. Good work by the Raptors early on. The Strike Squad getting very low. Can the Raptors finish them? Chaos Lord is there. They do get finished. They went in on double CSM, and then I think Zero Cry was focusing on using their Purgation abilities after that, and they lost sight of them. Because double CSM, of course, with Eternal War especially, are no slouch in melee. Impact Grenade doing some good work. They do have another one they can use, although perhaps it's been used already. I didn't see it. Raptors backing off. Havoc's back in play, going to try and bash this power and steal it. Bash the node part of it anyway. Meanwhile, east side, Brother Captain of Orconero's pushed through, but they're in a bit of trouble now. They have their own Blessed Aegis. Heretics got messed up, but I think they're alright. Yeah, I thought the Plague Champion was running to maybe heal those Heretics dead and realized they didn't need it. But still gets a nice heal on the double CSM with the Breath of Nurgle. Yeah, I assume his breath isn't that great. Well, these guys love it. Purgation joining the fight. With that Purge by Flame or Purge by Fire, or whatever it's called, that slows you down instantly. CSM try to tie them up now, but they're getting, yeah, a lot of las guns. Hot shot las guns to the face there. Back towards the west side. Blue team are renoding the power. 2 zombie purgations. Plague Champion's having a good time. Almost level 2. Has fetid armor as well. A bunch of resources invested in this guy in tier 1 then. Haven't replaced their heretics. They've got double CSM and Havocs at the moment. Unending Purge for the Brother Captain. Healing on hit also gives them some energy regen, which helps power the shield, of course. But you need to turn the shield off to regenerate any energy. Daemonhunter has Blessed Icon with Word of the Emperor. Not often you see this used, actually. Speed things up a lot, but you reduce the damage that they do. Chaos Lord is level 2 with a Combi Flamer. Meanwhile, east side, power was definitely bashed. At least 1 gen went down there. You can see it being rebuilt. Need to pay 100 requisition to rebuild the generator, which is much more punishing in a 1v1, because in a 3v3, any of your allies can rebuild the gens if they have an excess or something. But still very much worth bashing the power, of course. Does make a difference. Just perhaps not as much as it would in a 1v1. If you can completely lock it down, of course, that's a different matter. Lots of Purgation fire. And there's the Daemonhunter with their Rift Tear, slowing them down. Grenade. Hits it. Threw it behind them, figuring they would retreat, and indeed they did. Meanwhile, east side, Heretics and CSM in amongst the strike squad who throw their banishment out. Does that not have minimum range then, I guess? They're very low. 140 on 3 models there. Grenade was coming in to try and save them, but they didn't need it in the end. There's the Breath of Nurgle heal, and a retreat from Leonus. Do they have time to get onto that Chaos power now? Meanwhile, it's the Ordo Malleus power under threat on the southwest. Combi Flamer just being used in ranged stance here, since he's quite low on hit points. They'll try and get a good kill of the week, I suppose. Maybe they can hit all 4 of these models at once. There's the banishment. Havoc's getting tied up immediately. A bit far forward for my liking there. Generally, you want your setup team behind your forces when you're power bashing. Maybe in general, actually. Chaos Lord getting in on the Purgation. Kill the weak. Hits a couple, maybe, unless that was Domino knockback. 372 to 456 players, and their tier 2s rolling through now. Dreadnoughts, 2 Grey Knight Dreadnoughts. Zero Cry has called in some Crusaders, which you can call in tier 1 these days, but you can't get their squad leader. Is it tier 3 their squad leader actually, or is it tier 2 now? I forget. You just saw their battle frenzy going on, which helps them out defensively. Those guys do more damage the more models they lose. Here's a second Grey Knight Dreadnought. Starts with a close combat weapon and a big flamer. This guy, though, with a plasma cannon. And you get the Twin Linked Heavy Bolter, too. It's a fun loadout. Just shoot the crap out of stuff constantly. Disruption is well built in, of course. I hope one day they can get the sound effect to work, though. The plasma cannon spooling up sound effect thing. It's a great sound effect. This game does have great sound design. Through to the voices, too. Light grenade misses. Plasma cannon with some friendly fire on the Crusaders. Just trying to make them stronger. You just path blocked me. Good job, says Zero Cry. Don't chase units with the... don't chase units with big units. Big heroes, I'm saying. guess. Plague Marines on the way for EagleRed. Leonus with a Dreadnought of their own. Much more chaotic, though, this one. Maybe with Mark of Tzeentch, which I have seen used pretty well in recent casts. I was like talking bad about it a lot, saying it was way too expensive for like a walking anti-vehicle thing. But it seems to do good work. Frenzied Barrage and all that good stuff. Chaos Space Marines with Mark of Khorne and their aspiring champion. He gets a Melter Pistol, the other fellas do not. They're not favoured enough. Chaos Raptors getting their aspiring champion, gets a big old Demon Maul, and that is a las cannon. Can the Grey Knight Dreadnought survive this? Needs to break line of sight, which it has done. These guys need to go the other way. Havocs needed to go the other way, and they did not. That Demon Maul is a heavy melee weapon, but they don't seem to want to jump the Dreadnought. They would have got one, maybe two shots if they send the las cannon the other way. I'm not sure if it would have been enough to set up a kill. But it would have forced more repairs and stuff. Crusaders getting in. They're deceptively quick, these guys, aren't they? You think unit with the big shield's going to be slow. But they do tend to zip around. Here comes the Plague Champion. He's not happy. What's going on with his power? Full bash under decap. But they are alone as well. He'll be pretty good at fighting those Crusaders, though, with ignoring melee resistance and all that. I'm not sure what... I guess they were looking for a grenade there. But they ended up just going down right near their base. Mark of Tzeentch CSM. Inferno Bolt, super effective against heavy and super heavy infantry, which, of course, the Ordo Malleus has a bunch of. Meanwhile, Southeast Power being hit. Las Cannon it. Why not? Purgation here with a Psy Cannon. Chaos Lord says get out of here. But the captain fighting CSM does start with a power melee weapon, as does the Chaos Lord. Crunch, can he get one? Not quite. West side still blue for now. We have a Mark of Khorne Chaos Dreadnought. Full on melee fella that gets really angry and uses the Blood Rage. Looks like it's been used already though here. They are quite low. That's a Nemesis Force Halberd for the Tenso. Down goes the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Plague Marines were helping out there. Looks like the Chaos Dreadnought is going to survive, but there's also an autocannon back there helping. Chaos Dreadnought needs to run back and get some repairs though. Here is the Acolyte leader. Maybe it is tier 3 then, because Zero Cry is tier 3. I think it was tier 2 at some point. Maybe I'm crazy. 55 power melee DPS. Increases their damage resistance and damage output by 20% and makes their battle frenzy better. More damage resist and more health regen on it. He's a really good squad leader, that guy. Level 2 and level 2 CSM. With the marks of the Tzeentches. Oh, that guy fell over there. Plague Marines get the cap. Chaos Space Marines do not have a fast cap unit, of course. There is the Force Rod with Retribution. Power melee damage and has that awesome ability Knockback and Silence. And Banishing Cloak to cripple and mess up vehicles. They're going to be aiming for those. Oh, there's two now. The two Grey Knight, the two Chaos Dreadnoughts. This one's still being repaired. The Plague Champion can repair. Is he helping? Does it seem to be helping right now? 311 to 348. VPs are quite even. Power bashes, I think in favour of Chaos. I feel like they've done more power bashing, but it might be just that I just saw more. Well, that wasn't good for EagleRed. CSM got wiped there, and they seem confused about it. Just got caught on retreat by those Crusaders, and they packed a punch there. Wait, you can get 2 squads of Crusaders? I guess so. Just wait for the cooldown. I thought they were limited to 1 for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Grey Knight Dreadnought with the plasma cannon still going. Here comes a Vortimer Razorback. 295 to 348 on the VPs. Raptors jumping in. Cracking through some Stormtroopers. The captain is level 4, doing some good work, going after the Chaos Lord, who in turn is chasing some Stormtroopers who have their own Acolyte fella just saw fanaticism there, which is, I think it's 1.5 seconds or something of invulnerability, which is great for avoiding big area of effect attacks or nukes or something like that. Got some chosen Chaos Space Marines now. Chosen Plague Marines even. Get my names mixed up today. These are unique to the Plague Champion. Damage over time, power melee weapons. And they can Nurgle Rot you. Also, supreme amounts of health and health regen as you'd expect. But it still only have regular infantry armor. And they dropped a model there, exploding on death. Crusaders. There's Nurgle's Rot. Can they get a zombie? They can't. So if you kill something that has Nurgle's Rot using the Plague Sword, do you get 2 zombies? That would be amazing. And weird. Light Grenade does not hit. Typically don't expect to see the Blight Grenade and like Purification Vials and stuff against a heavy infantry armor faction such as Ordo Malleus. But it can do great work against all infantry if you can hit it right. Oh, this is Psychic Fortress on these Crusaders here. It slows... Oh, well, dead. They are super dead. It gives them an aura that slows down and burns energy from enemies. It's super cool. Global ability of the Daemonhunter, but those guys fell over dead. Is that the first squad or the second? That might have been the first squad because those guys are still level 1. The ones that are alive. 2-1 cap. VP still very close. 295 to 277. Here's the Vortimer. Look like it's taken some whacks already. Does have armor plating. Those guys are getting all mixed up and spread out for some reason. Mark of Khorne. Chaos Shred is still here. Can I see the remains of the other one? Not right now. More power bashing attempted. Chaos Terminators on the field for dice roll. EagleRed, the last player to go tier 3. But they've held on just fine so far. I guess the Tenso and Zero Cry didn't really get tier 3 units out yet. Chaos Lord goes down. Sync kill from the Tenso. What level are you now? Still level 4. There's the Rift Tear to slow down the Chaos Terminators. I wonder if that stacks with Holy Grounds. I don't think they're going to get a model off him. Crusaders do regular melee damage aside from the Acolyte Eviscerator guy. Oh, what is this? Tis a Plague Champion. Taking their VP back. Looked like a brother captain took it and then died and had to be repurchased. Paladins on the field. These guys unique to the brother captain and they are super effective at what they do, which is crush everything. Heavy melee damage, huge amount of hit points, and they have the pretty awesome Holy Grounds Chaos Terminators teleporting away. Mark of Khorne CSM will do decent damage to them because of its power melee, but how long can they stick around for? Same with the Plague Champion, of course. And those Mark of Zenith CSM. So the Paladins against Chaos are going to have a lot of threats. Chaos in general can be pretty good at dealing with Terminator variants because of their Mark of Zenith CSM. And their heroes having some good ways to damage, or in the case of the Chaos Sorcerer, completely mess with them. Zero Cry now with a Land Raider Crusader on the way. Vortimer Razorback is getting some repairs and stuff. 265 to 265. But the Captain putting some good pressure through the mid, but is he going to survive it? I think so. They did survive it. A bunch of Chaos stuff here, quite heavily damaged. Halberd doing some good work then. Both brother captains retreated off the field. Can they do a little push here? Can they do a little push? Looks like Zero Cry is ready to face them on the west side with double Purgation side cannons and those Crusaders. And here comes that Land Raider, of course. Soonish, TM. I don't think that hit that plasma cannon. Dreadnoughts marching through. Lascannon got a good shot on the Vortimer there. It's a risky push with the Dreadnought. But they're kind of 2v1. Oh, here comes some help from EagleRed. There's the Blood Rage and the Chaos Dreadnought losing control of it. It's more effective in combat. They very nearly got down the Grey Knight Dread. A few more hits will do it. Down it goes. But will the Paladins let it escape? They don't have a Sorcerer to teleport that thing out, so down it goes. Chosen Plague Marines go after them. Oh, then they run. They had plenty of health, and there was backup coming in. And a Plague Champion was there too. Surprised they ran so early. Hey, everything's instantly running from them. I can't remember what that ability is called. It's not Onslaught. That's the Chaos Lord thing, isn't it? Something like that. Big area of effect. Line of death that they do. Paladins for both of the brother captains. These guys with Liber Demonica over here. Pushed all the way through. There's that thing again. So I think they start with that one. Crusaders getting things done. Bit of speed. They always seem so fast. Chaos Predator with the Marco Zinch. Eventually, they leave. Only level 2 and they pushed all the way through there. Daemonhunter fell over. Are they going to make it? I think so, maybe not. Here come Chaos Terminators. All but the Acolyte Leader got away. Sorry, only the Acolyte Leader got away. There's some repairing. Might see some Power Fists. Nope. Crunch. One more shot will do it. Down goes the Vortimer. It's a pretty good tool to have to take out something like a Vortimer. Chaos Terminator's getting lightning claws here for Leonus. Oh, and they already have it for EagleRed. That's a massive threat to the Paladins now. Paladins might be a liability now. With all the Marco Zinch and all the power melee they have. It's a scary amount of anti-Terminator damage that Chaos teams can put out. 265 to 133 on the VPs. There's the 1-to-1. Red team can't grab the west side back right now. Noxious Cloud going in. Global ability of the Plague Champion to get this cloud of stink to control and damage stuff with. Can be insanely effective if you can kind of lead your target and get it moving quickly. This one didn't move that much. Paladin's getting shredded by lightning claws and chosen Plague Marines. And down they go. Those were Orconeros. Double Crusaders chasing the tank. They should be going after those Marco Zinch CSM, I think. There's Retribution. Is the tank going to go down? Here we see the rites of exorcism. Increasing the damage it takes and slowing it down. Gets it done. Was that all Crusader damage? They do have the power melee from the leaders, but that was pretty impressive. Oh no, are they going to survive? They got down to 1 hit point there, I think. But they did indeed survive. 251 to 133. Brother Captain doing brother captain things. Got to try and tie up those Marco Zinch fellas as much as they can. Here's a Land Raider Crusader. This is the Tensos. Zero Cry's been sat on the west side. And Chaos said, screw it, let's push the mid. And they did a decent job. I mean, killing the Paladins was worth it alone, I think. Now we see the Plague Fist and Armor of Pestilence on the way. Very good kit to cap points with. Land Raider gets called out. What do they have in terms of anti-vehicle? Don't have the tank anymore. They have... Oh, these guys can get a las cannon, I suppose. These guys have a las cannon. Not a huge amount. These guys have an auto cannon and power fists, of course. There's Bloodlust, popped by dice roll. All of their units get damage buffs as they strike targets in melee or ranged combat. You get more of a bonus for a melee attack. There's an orbital. They almost got the Land Raider down. These Plague Marines need to move. Need to move and shoot, fellas. They were getting slowed down, I think, by Rift Tear. There's Retribution as well. The Plague Champion trying to go after it. And some Marcosine CSM. Not ideal, but the Plague Marines are with them. Ish. Here comes a Daemonhunter to tie up the Plague Marines, I imagine. If they can. Those Hurricane Bolters are suppressing things, but Plague Marines don't care that much about suppression. 42 hit points. I think they're going to get it. Maybe. Oh, the CSM are getting suppressed so much. Now they're trying to melee the Crusader down. The Marcosine CSM get away. 10 hit points. 7. It's just one guy trying to kick it. 4 hit points and it survives. And the Plague Marines were wiped. Wow. EagleRed must be pretty annoyed. That was so sad. He's just sad. The Chaos fellas want to murder things and destroy stuff. Or they get upset. Red team seem quite depleted now. After that big push by EagleRed. I'm not sure what happened elsewhere. And there's 3 Land Raider Crusaders up. Now this thing needs huge amounts of repairs. You can see Zero Cry is getting Stormtroopers. Still took it forward though. That's very close to that VP for having 1 hit point. 4 hit points, sorry. Chaos Terminator is backing off. This is the Plague Champion. Got a full cap there. Well done, Leonus. Triple cap for Chaos. I don't think they can keep it for super long though. These guys are going straight through the mid. Psychic Fortress up again, I believe. The Terminators don't use energy to teleport, but obviously slowing them down is great. But they got Touch of Nurgle on them. Can they get a decap here? Chaos Lord is annoyed with this stuff. Has a Blood Maul. There's the other Crusader. Huge amounts of piercing DPS and the suppression, as you saw, as well as, you know, support and reinforce off those things. Something Chaos can't really do in the same way. All they have are Nurgle Shrines. Got the Captain with the big old hammer on the VP now. 142 to 86. Can the Chaos team recover? They are putting really good pressure here thanks to Leonus. Blessed Aegis goes up. Don't think they can finish this cap though. They cannot. In fact, they die. I think they were trying to get into the Crusader. Orbital thrown in. That's going to stop the cap. Oh, is it? They need to actually be lifted up and tossed away first. They might cap before that happens. They did. Oh, it just stopped them in time. That's why they weren't being retreated there, I think, because they wanted to cap. More Paladins. These may be the same ones for the Tenso, I think they are. Single cap now for Ordo Malleus. They're going to get a double. There it is. And now a 2-to-1. Here's a tank. Marco Zinch again, because they're trying to take down these Land Raiders. I mean, that was just 2 shots. Can any of them? Yes. Dice Roll has a Land Raider Phobos on the way. That's like an anti-vehicle Land Raider. Should do pretty well against these things, but going to need to contend with Paladins running around and running at you. And there's still some Purgation here. I hear Blastmaster. There it is. Can the Chaos team break out? This Phobos needs to do a lot of heavy lifting, I think. Here come Paladins, though. There's a Dirgecaster. Bloodlust again, popped by Dice Roll. CSM getting in there. But they're getting very low. They're going to die. They died so fast. Chaos Lord's in there. Plague Champion's in there. They got them to leave. Did they get inside? Oh, they're here. What is this? Oh, they're just pushing all the way up this side. Zero Cry. There's a Noxious Cloud. There's a Touch of Nurgle Chosen Plague Marines. Down to 15 VPs now, the Chaos team. Awesome push and sustained by the Ordo Malleus. And it's all because of these Land Raiders. Again, Leonus able to get around and get a decap, maybe even a cap. Yeah, they're going to get a cap there. The Tensos comes to say hello. Stop messing with my VP. 2-1 for Chaos, but they are very low on VP. It needs to be super careful. Going to need to keep something on this VP now. Phobos is being repaired, as is the Crusader. Blastmaster helping out. Now it can't be repaired. It is going to go down. There it is. I believe there were some Chaos Terminators kind of standing inside the Land Raider there, which is weird. But they were also helping. And yeah, they've got to push up this Phobos. They don't have a choice. Just going to repair it as they can. Chaos Terminator is being chased away. And now we have some Grey Knight Terminators from Orconero. Splash damage halberds. And they've got their own book. Drain energy on hits, which doesn't really help you against enemy Terminators because they don't use energy to do stuff. And Incinerate. But there's some Mark of Zinc CSN. I don't have their aspiring champion though. Bunch of stuff over there, healing up. Meanwhile, Western VP, Dirgecaster. Oh, I didn't know the Phobos was going to go this far forward. There's a Warhammer. Yeah, I think they pushed it up a bit too far. It should have been like around here, maybe. But down it goes. Chaos Lord charging on through. They got the VP though. Oh, Terminator falls over. Warhammer got the Terminator. Double Chosen Plague Marines and Noise Marines with the Blastmaster. That's some roster. I like it. Again, they got a decap on the red team's natural 124-13. Marcozine's tank chasing it down with some Terminators in tow. They're going to get it. They've got to go straight through to this VP now. Straight through. Oh, maybe not. There's some stuff to fight that was inside the Land Raider. Heretics are going to stay and try to guard that VP. They have the west side. 116-13. 2-1 for Chaos. Starting to turn the tide with two Land Raiders down. Here come triple Crusaders. Do they really want to fight Lightning Claw Terminators though? They're going straight for the tank. Is that because Rites of Exorcism have come in? There it is. Crusaders did make it out. More Crusaders to take up the charge though. There's Psychic Fortress again. And there's Incinerate. Lifting the Plague Champion and some Chaos Space Marines. The tank has survived for now. See how good Psychic Fortress is. Look how much it's slowing down those Terminators for so long. I think it's like 20 seconds or something, Psychic Fortress. Sneaky Heretics decapping. But what is this? Sneaky Storm. One single Stormtrooper guy decapped. They're still chasing the tank, which seems nuts. They should go for that VP now, I think. Touch of Nurgle Chaos Terminators down to a single model. Doing huge damage on death because it scales off health. But there's the Rift Tear again. They're going to go down, I think. 3 hit points. Yep, down they go. And Touch of Nurgle wore off as well. But the captain gets revived. 84-13. Chaos are fighting with everything they've got. Some Purgation are going to try and get this VP back. The Heretics should be on them. They're trying to bash power. I think it should have just stayed on the VP there. Oh, Daemonhunter goes down. Level 8 Chaos Lord. Might be worth getting the Demonic Visage to debuff stuff on hits when there's Terminators and stuff around, but I'm sure they have plenty of things they'd like to spend their resources on right now. 84 to 10, 1-to-1 cap. That was a Plasma Overcharge thing. And that's a Mortimer. Land Red is still up over there. Brother Captain with the fancy Psychic Special Attack. GG, they say. There it is, 2-to-1 cap. And the Ordo Malleus have it. That was very, very close. Very, very close. Yeah, I'm trying to think if they had 5 more minutes. I mean, they might have made it even closer if they did. 2 tanks up. I think they could have dealt with these vehicles. Oh, but there's also Paladin stuff. It would have been a tough fight. Level 10 Daemonhunter. Well done, Zero Cry. Level 9 Brother Captain for the Tenso. Level 4 Brother Captain for Orconero. Did they both have the hammer? No. They had a halberd. Plague Champion level 6 with the Plague Fist. Level 8 Chaos Lord. And a level 8 Plague Champion. Did you also swap to the Plague Fist? I can't see. Yes, you did. Well done. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to these players for taking part in a faction war. Ordo Malleus versus Chaos is pretty fun, I think. Big thanks to Tenso for getting this replay, sending it in. The main man. And I'll see you guys next time.